Hey everybody, quick video on my thoughts on FSF doing the upcycle Windows 7 petition. This was brought to my attention in regards to its like marketing communication tactics through a recent Jupiter Broadcasting episode. I think it was either the news, the weekly news one they have on Sundays, or Linux News, or they have yeah, I think it was Linux News, and they were talking about whether or not it was practical, realistic, whether it was intentional. Do they really believe they can get this done by petition? And I'm not here about that at all. I'm more here about the commentary they provided regarding like whether or not it was like a implying that it was a sleazy way to just increase subscribers from their newsletter. And Joe was actually a voice of reason. I actually disagree with Joe a lot of things, and for this one, he actually usually it's people correcting Joe, but this time it was actually Joe correcting. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. He's a freaking like host of every single one. Um, but anyways, so it all comes down to this: sign me up or not. And would you like to join our low volume mailing list and receive our monthly newsletter? Sign me up. And I just have to say, this is perfectly acceptable and fine as a method of growing your email newsletter subscriber list. This is perfectly fine. It's also super important that you give people the option. Now, if this wasn't here and this automatically dumps people into their newsletter, that'll be one thing. I can see why he would, Chris, that's what it was. Chris would be so upset and snarky about it. But this is perfectly fine. Now, it'll be even questionable if, this was assumed that by signing up, you're also signing up for the newsletter. And then this font, even though they told you about it, was like super small on the bottom over here somewhere. That'll be one thing, but it's not. It's encased with this border. Obviously, the design isn't the best, but it's trying to make it pronounced. So it's like obvious that while you're here providing your email address, sign up for the newsletter. And by the way, it is low volume. All right. Well, my baby's crying upstairs, so I gotta get to him. But I just wanted to bang that out real quick and let you guys know this is perfectly acceptable, and people should do more of these type of things. See ya.